Well, hey, you guys. Well, I think I've officially done it. I have figured out the one thing that everyone on earth wants. Any guesses? Okay, I'm going to tell you. I really think that thing is financial security. Yep. Everyone wants to be at a place financially where they really feel secure and at peace. It's like the one thing. People want a lot. They want a lot, but that is one of the top. So what could you do in the morning if you did not dread all the things that you had to spend money on that day? What if you had savings and investing and a budget? What if you didn't owe anyone anything? I mean, it sounds amazing. Well, today I want to talk to you about 5 proven ways that you can actually achieve financial security. So whether you're drowning in debt or you're lost when it comes to investing, no matter what your current financial status is, you can get to a place of financial peace and stability by doing these 5 things. Let's first define what financial security is, because like I said, everyone can agree that it sounds great, but what does that mean? Well, financial security is where you're able to afford your expenses each month while also investing in retirement and having money saved for unexpected emergencies and having some money just to spend. So to break it down for you, it's budgeting, saving, and investing. Or if you want to think about it as a state of mind, it's having the confidence that you can stay afloat financially when unexpected things happen. So why is this important? Because the truth is, unexpected things are going to happen. And life is meant to be enjoyed, not being stressed out all the time. But how can you dream and plan for the things that you want out of life if you're constantly crippled by payments month to month and living paycheck to paycheck? Well, here are where the 5 steps come in. So the first step to achieve financial security is to live on less than you make. So there are 2 aspects that go into this. One is more of a mindset, and then one is actually a habit that you need to build. So first is seek out that mindset of contentment. This is where you mentally stop fighting the comparison battle, you practice gratitude, you have peace with where you're at, where you say, you know what, if I had to live on what I have right now, I'm gonna be okay. My identity, who I am, is not ruffled by that. I'm gonna be okay. Next, it's to use a monthly budget to track what you're spending and to be intentional about where your money's going so that you can actually start living on less than you make. And this is a really key part of budgeting. You want to take your income for the month minus all of your expenses, including giving and saving, and that should equal 0. But that saving part is key. That means you have margin there, that you're not spending everything you make, or more importantly, that you're not spending more than what you make. And one of the best ways to do that is to have an app on your phone that helps you budget, helps you track what you're spending, and that is EveryDollar, you guys. If you've not checked out EveryDollar, I'll put a link in the description, but seriously, it's one of the best things that you can do is to have your budget with you all the time, and we have our phones with us all the time, so it's great. All right, the second step to achieving financial security is ditching your credit cards. This is one of the biggest arguments that I get. Everyone's like, Rachel, but I pay it off every month and I get all the rewards. Well, I won't deny that cash back and airline miles, sure, it's very tempting. But to earn those small perks, you have to spend a lot of money. And along the way, you're going to be tempted to overspend more and not even realize it. But you know in the back of your head subconsciously, well, I'll just buy some more because I'll get some perks on the back end. And listen, nobody opens up a credit card planning to go thousands of dollars into debt. But the data shows us that millions of Americans are feeling stressed out by the debts that they owe. And nothing can replace peace of mind that knows when you are cash flowing your life and using your money and not someone else's, there is a piece to that. And credit card companies, they are in the business of one thing, you guys, and that is to make money. That is to make money. They are in a big business to make money. So whether they're preying on you or someone else who's less capable of keeping their head above water, they're gonna win. So financial security is not playing the credit card game to afford a flight to Florida. It is to use your money and you be in control and have that autonomy. The third step to achieving financial security is an expansion of step 2, but that is paying off your debts. So the idea of living on less than you make and cutting up the credit cards, it's actually this idea that you are going to live a life debt-free and you're going to pay off your debt. So no more car payments, no more student loans, no more credit card minimum payments or high interest loans, all of it, you guys. It is amazing. When you don't have debt, what happens is you have your whole income to use for you instead of it going out 8 different directions because debt steals your income from you. That's what it does. And so what you want to be able to do is to say, hey, I have autonomy and I am going to live a life that is debt-free. So getting out of debt is so key. So here's what I recommend. List out all of your debts, smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate. Pay minimum payments on everything. Pay off the smallest debt first. And that's what's key. And then once that's paid off, you roll everything over to the second smallest. And then once that's paid off, you've freed up 2 payments right there. That all goes on the third debt. And you're going to work extra. You're going to sell stuff. And it's amazing when you actually walk through this process and people get out of debt completely on average 18 to 24 months. So this is possible, you guys. But you may be thinking, how am I going to get extra money? I can barely make ends meet. Well, budgeting, like we talked about, having a plan, cutting things out is one. You want to look at your expenses. Think about gym memberships, subscriptions, streaming services, takeout meals. I mean, all the things that we have in our life that we almost feel like our needs, take them out. And then up your income. Get a side hustle. Take what you already are good at and see if you can make money doing that on the side. I mean, it's going to be some sacrifice and it may sound intense, but here's the deal. Sacrifice like really fiercely for a short amount of time, get all the payments done, get all the debt out of your life, and then there is such freedom when you don't have those payments that is taking your paycheck. Now, the fourth step to achieving financial security is to build up an emergency fund. So if you don't have a safety net when an emergency pops up, then you are going to be tempted to take it on a credit card, right? Our research here at Ramsey shows that 19% of people with credit cards keep them around just in case there's an emergency. So I don't want the credit card to be your emergency fund. I want you to be your emergency fund. So what you want to do is get a $1,000 emergency fund. Then once all your debt but your house is paid off, you're going to bump that up to 3 to 6 months of expenses. And you can keep this in a money market account or a high yield savings account. So next time something happens, like your refrigerator breaks or a family member needs medical care or your hot water heater breaks, you have cash in the bank just to use. So you're not depending on debt. You're using your life. So there's no stress, no drama. It's there. And the fifth step to achieve financial security is investing 15% of your income into retirement. So let's do some math really quick. Let's say you start investing 15% of a $55,000 salary into good mutual funds with an 11% return at the age of 30. You'll have over $3.3 million in retirement at 65. Or even if you start a little bit later, you can build wealth successfully. Investing 15% of a $65,000 salary from 40 to 65 at 11% return is just over $1 million. So of course, 15% is the starting point, but once your house gets paid off, then you're able to have even more to invest, which is great. And remember, your income is going to go up over time, so that 15% will be more and more money over time. Now, where should you invest your money? Well, the best place to invest is to be looking at retirement first and foremost. So things like a 401k or a Roth IRA. And with those accounts, you're going to put money in those accounts, and then you want to invest in actual mutual funds within those accounts. Now, I always recommend working with an investment professional to get you started on this progress because it really is important to have a pro on your side. So I will leave a link for you to connect with a pro so they can help you out. And if you're interested in learning more about financial security, make sure to check out Financial Peace University. This is an amazing course, you guys, to be able to get you the basics when it comes to your money. Now, if this all sounds great, but you're currently in the middle of a financial crisis, I have an episode about how to survive those circumstances. So check that out next. All right, you guys, good luck. You can do this. You can find financial peace, I promise. So remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.